So this week we threw in thin lines that are really tiny and skinny. We also threw in thick lines. You can see how I colored on it to make it a little bit fatter. Thin, thick. We also threw in dotted lines that kind of look like your street. You can see the line is broken. We went ahead and revisited wavy and curvy lines, zigzag lines, which I think are the funnest to say, and loopy lines, and we did a lot of loops on our paper. We also went ahead and did a vertical broken line, which is straight up and down instead of horizontal, like our street broken line. And then at the bottom, if we had more room, we revisited thick and thin lines. So make sure your paper is straight up and down. And for our first line that we're going to be making, it's a thin line. So remember, it is going to be skinny. We're just going to draw it once and then we're done. A thick line is a little bit fatter, so let's start out with a thin line. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to color on it to make it thicker and fatter. Can you see the difference between a thin line and a thick line? Now we have a thin line, little skinny, and a thick line, kind of chunkier. The next thing we're gonna do is our dotted line that looks like your street. So I'm just gonna draw little horizontal or side to side lines, and when I get done, I'm gonna hop over to the next one. The next line that we're gonna do is a curvy or a wavy line. So I'm just gonna make really easy curves on my paper. It kind of looks like water. And now we're ready for our zigzag line, which always makes my tongue tickle when I say it. You can do taller zigzags and smaller zigzags. When we're done, it's kind of gonna look like there's mountains on your paper. Now it's time for the fun one, which is loopy lines. They loop over and over. It kind of looks like you have a curl of hair on your paper, or maybe even a little piggy tail on your paper. Now I'm going to do another dotted line, but it's going to be vertical, so straight up and down. So I'm going to draw lots of straight lines on my paper. This one almost looks like a railroad. When you're done, if you have room, we can revisit our thick line and our thin line, because it's always good to get practice. So let's go ahead. We are going to start with a thick line. Remember, just draw the thin line and then color on it a little bit to make it bigger. When you're done coloring your thick line, then I'm just going to fit one more thin line across the bottom. It's going to be kind of skinny, so we're only going to draw it once. And we're done. Good job. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, purple. I had more room at the bottom, so I just started over again. This is what we're going to be using to color.